I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the grand opening of the Chelmsford Dog Park today. We have beautiful weather, no storms coming nothing. A lot of you that are here have contributed in some way to this process happening. We'd like to thank you all. Is this working now?
Yeah. Looking around.
Oh, is it that special? I don't know yet. We have to hold it down? All right. All right. All right, moving right along. They say a lot of you guys have contributed to this process in some way. You've either attended an event or made donations or sponsored something or done a lot of work to make it happen. I'd like to give special thanks to Town Manager Paul Cohen for giving us a whole bunch of encouragement and working with us through the grant process. Eric Merrill, who this is all his fault, really. He started this process, so and Gary Persichetti and Evan Galansky have been phenomenal with their encouragement and keeping us on cue, and it's just been great. We'd also like to thank the Stanton Foundation, because without them we would not have the money to come as far as we have. For today's program, I'm going to read a statement from the Stanton Foundation. We're going to hear some words from Town Manager Paul Cohen, Animal Control Officer Eric Merrill, Chelmsford Dog Association Board Member Beth Bukala, Chelmsford Dog Association Member Arthur Corsino, and State Senator Mike Barrett, unless his dog wants to take over, and we understand dogs, so it will be okay. After the speeches, we'll do the main sign unveiling across the parking lot here, and then we'll come back, do the ribbon cutting, have some closing comments, and park will be officially open, and I'll be off to my next meeting. So, without further ado, I'm going to read the statement from the Stanton Foundation, because they could not be here today. President Frank Stanton, and his canine welfare and strengthening of the dog-human bond is one of his core missions. Frank Stanton is widely regarded as one of the television industry's founding fathers. Mr. Stanton was a lifelong dog owner and admirer from the colleagues who accompanied him on his first paper to the Pembroke Welsh Corgis, who had added warmth and companionship to his last years. During his lifetime, he provided the lead gift for the Clinical Care Center at Angel MSPCA in Boston. In accordance with his wishes, the Stanton Foundation now supports programs including the construction of dog parks, establishment of canine units in Massachusetts towns, provision of mobile adoption vans to towns and humane societies, assistance to district attorneys who wish to establish anti-cruelty task forces, fellowships and professorships for research on canine health, behavior, and cognition, and to strengthen community-based veterinary medicine. Within Massachusetts, several dog parks have been completed, many more are in design or under construction, and over 30 communities have been able to create canine units. The Stanton Foundation is pleased to have the opportunity to support the Chelmsford Dog Park. At this time, they actually have 7 projects they're working on throughout the state of Massachusetts. So it's a very exciting time. I'd like to think they raised the bar on this program, because as you can see, we have close to a 2-acre park, which I think Agawam is the only other one that's that big. All the rest of the parks they founded have been like in a half-acre, quarter-acre. They're a lot smaller. So I think we did well. I think Gary learned how to make Jefferson scream, and we thank him for that. And as time goes on, we'll go and we'll do, more improvements and more additions and things of that nature. So thank you for all your support. Thanks for coming here today. I'm going to turn it over to Town Manager Paul Cohen, and when he's done, he'll kick the ball to ACO Eric. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming out on such a warm and beautiful summer day. The real thanks, and I know they're being a little modest, really belongs to Vivian, Eric, and the Chelmsford Dog Association. And thank you on behalf of the community, because and why I feel that is their vision was, before there was any knowledge of a Stanton Foundation and how we can make this possible, they advocated right from the grassroots. We've been doing small fundraisers and efforts over at Walgreens and everywhere else about how to promote the creation of a dog park and dogs in the community. And they, like I said, they really were the driving force behind all this, and having the meetings with the Dog Association before there was even a location.
Yeah,
right? It's been 4 years, and that's what I'm saying. That's what you call commitment and perseverance. And so again, we want to recognize your efforts. And again, Vivian noted in her remarks, just how everybody pulled together to make this possible. In terms of from the Board of Selectmen who approved the location for use here of a portion of the public works site, to town meeting who put up assistance for support of this with the Community Preservation Fund. And again, when you got to the logistics, Evan Belansky, was sort of the administrator of the operations in terms of the interaction with the Stanton Foundation and making it possible. And then of course, and if many of you have been to these ceremonies lately, the backbone of all these things becomes public works. Gary Krisketty and his crew, woo-hoo! When there was ever an effort to have something done in terms of particularly, it's sort of like MacGyver, we got this many dollars and this kind of a problem, how do we make it work? And
I have them on speed dial.
Exactly. The farmers market. So it really is a tremendous effort of everybody who came in and worked together to make this become a reality. It struck me as we're thinking of the facility here, again, in addition to the vision, but also the resource in the community. In the year 2016, a dog park or a place where you can let your dogs run off leash and socialize with other animals is a community asset. And again, we now have that asset, which again, not only would be for the town of Chelmsford, but also for this region, because we as was noted earlier, this is an adequate facility in terms of size, location, parking, and so forth. So it's a tremendous resource, and I just can't wait to finish up here and watch the dogs enjoy the park for days and years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now for ACO Eric Merrill.
Pardon me, I'm not as eloquent. I had to write my thoughts down here. Welcome to the dog park. Hopefully this will be a place that is going to be here for quite a long time, that everyone can enjoy and create fond memories with. As Paul said, this started with you people. This started with people approaching me as the animal control officer saying, where can I bring my dog? Where can I let him run free? There is no place in town. There's a 24/7 leash law in town. So there was no place to just let your dog run outside of your own property. And if you have a condo or a small property, there really was very limited. Other towns that had potential dog parks were your avenue. We needed one here. Chelmsford has over 4,000 dogs in town. Okay, that's a lot of dogs. So it was very important that we have a place that's for the dogs. And it's not just for dogs. Anyone can come here. It can be a community project. If you like dogs but don't own one, you can come here. We made sure that it was handicapped accessible for anyone to use. So it's definitely an asset to the town. And it started with, like I said, the community saying, where can we go? And it came from an email from Paul Cohen. He sent an email. The town's looking at buying Sunny Meadow Farm. There's a lot of acreage there. What are some potential uses? I set up a meeting. We talked, what about a dog park? He thought it was a great idea. From that, from numerous years and parcels that we looked at, we're here today. But it started with the community looking for a place to bring their dogs, because dogs are an integral part of our life. They become our family members, and it's very important to have them and socialize them. The people that started this, I railroaded my wife. It's just like, we need to come up with a dog park association or something that can start moving the ball forward after my meeting with Mr. Cohen. So I had my wife, I grabbed Shane Shellback, who was a store owner that had a pet store in town. I grabbed another couple of people and said, okay, let's start talking. And from there, it grew into the Chelmsford Dog Association with, members of the John Arthur, the Corsinos, Beth Bucalo, Will Wagner, their families, they're all involved. And if it wasn't for those people, there would be no dog park, because they've worked tirelessly for years to do this. And I mean tirelessly, spending weekends here digging holes, putting stuff up. They've really put a huge effort into this park. So these are the people that need a round of applause. Outside of all the people that help donate money, they're the driving force that have done the work. What we need to do is, you know, this is supposed to be a fun place. We want to get bigger, get better. We want this to be a place where you can have fun and good memories. With that comes good, a good amount of responsibility from the pet owners. It's an imperative that everyone follow the rules. And as you saw, there's a list of rules right on that gate. Read them, because you are going to be held accountable for them by somebody that's going to be around a lot. Please, because it's going to be safety for you, safety for your pet, as well as the rest of the community. We've had seminars taught by Miss Lisa Bird, who's a dog trainer. Those videos are online. They're also available. There's DVDs at the library. So if you're not sure about your dog, review it. Make it safe. Make it safe for your dog. So we want this to be a safe and happy place. Everyone's effort to do that will create a bigger and better park in the future. My phone numbers are listed on there. If we have any questions, people can call us. It's going to be, patrolled. We're going to look at it. We're going to make sure. We're going to do spot checks. Make sure licenses are up to date. Make sure vaccinations are up to date, because it is important. And if it isn't, you will be asked to leave, because in the event, we had a couple of years ago over in Lowell, there was an outbreak of distemper. Everything has to be shut down. So we want to prevent that. If everything's nice and happy and everyone's doing what they're supposed to, we won't have any of the problems that other places have experienced. So with that, I want to thank everyone. I think it's important that we enjoy this park, we use it to its fullest, and get involved with the Chelmsford Dog Association, because this park can get bigger, it can get better, but it's going to take effort from more than just the people that's been doing it. Donate some time, donate what you can. If you have people that have resources to build sandwiches and stuff with dogs, reach out to them. Because this park can only go up, from here. So with that, I'd like to thank you for coming today.
I'll be quick. So I am Beth Ukela. I've been a member for almost 7 years. And when I joined the CDA 7 years ago, Eric and Vivian had already been hard at work for quite some time. Just like me, I'm sure they had no idea the ups and downs that the CDA was going to face in trying to create an off-leash dog park in Chelmsford. With all that the project has faced over the years, the one thing that's remained constant are Vivian and Eric's dedication to and commitment to creating this dog park and to seeing it come to fruition. Yes, it's been stressful. Yes, we've been ready to step down as our president and pass the reins, but we won't let her.
I talked to dumpsters, my right eye twitches. I gotta go.
And there may have been times when they thought that all their efforts were for naught. However, without their vision and dedication, this beautiful park would never have become a reality. Though they may not always feel it, the CDA is forever appreciative of all that Eric and Vivian have done for the association and the town. While the work has only begun, we want to show our thanks to the two people who are ultimately responsible for creating what should be a long-lasting asset to the town of Chelmsford.
Take it out! Take it out, Vivian. Take it out.
That sounds personal. All right.
Look at
Thank you very much, Stephen. Thank you.
We got next, Mr. Arthur.
My name is Arthur Corsino, and I think I paid my greetings
Oh yeah. By default.
by default.
Just stuck with us.
It started with a vision by Eric and Vivian Merrill, a small ad they placed in the Chelmsford Independent. Anyone interested in planning for a dog park in Chelmsford, please meet at the police station community room at 7 p.m. on the 3rd. That ad caught my wife's eye and a few other folks. She wanted to go, dragging me along as part of the plan, but I would have no part of it. She went alone. That was 2009, 7 long years ago. What followed were never-ending meetings, countless fundraisers, float-building workdays for the annual 4th of July parade, yard sales, sidewalks, potential parcels offered by the town, objections by abutters to these sites, endless critiques of those parcels along with fact-finding missions to other dog parks far and wide, and did I mention countless fundraisers? That was the life of a CDA member. But all of that selfless work has brought them here today, a fitting end to the culmination of those 7 long years. But in reality, it does not end here. The park may be built, but keeping it going is the next phase of the CDA's mission. This park is not funded by the town and will rely on the generosity of the dog lovers of Chelmsford. Fundraising continues. If not for the generosity of the foundation started by a dog lover endowed with funds to build dog parks, this process would have taken several more years to accomplish. Not for the lack of determination of the Chelmsford Dog Association, for they still would have added their goal to bring this park to Chelmsford. It's just the economic realities of community fundraising. My participation in this process was minimal, and I'm not standing here today to take any credit. Shine the light on a small group of dedicated individuals who worked tirelessly to bring this park to fruition to the town of Chelmsford. I am proud to say that my wife has been at this since the beginning as a board member. She was joined shortly thereafter by my daughter. Many have joined this journey along the way, and some have left after their duties were done, and the obligations of everyday life called them back. I see several of those folks here today, and you all share in this joyous accomplishment. Community volunteering is never an easy task, and it generally goes unnoticed by the community at large that it serves. Towards the end of 2014, hope turned into disappointment as the CDA realized the park would not open as planned by the summer of 2015. Shortly thereafter, the usual cadre of naysayers popped up on social media to voice their displeasure. Undaunted, the CDA moved on with more determination to bring this park to Chelmsford. We stand here today to bear witness to the fruits of their determination. Long after today's festivities and grand opening had come and gone, and the years passed, this park will stand as a testament and dedication of the Chelmsford Dog Association and its collective vision for decades to come.
Or his dog, whichever one's the dog. Well, I don't know, she's looking pretty comfortable there.
Everyone here who's genuinely lent leadership has been so modest, including our last speaker and his family, but I can say that the state has contributed essentially nothing, truly nothing, to the Chelmsford Dog Association. I'm here to attest and to thank you for offering leadership to the rest of the towns in the area. There are dog lovers. We're everywhere. We haven't managed to do in the other towns, and I represent 9 communities in the state Senate district. We haven't managed to pull off what you guys pulled off. Dog lovers don't have the opportunities that you've created for yourselves and for visitors. Juno thanks you, and I thank you for that. There's something to be said here about the ability of a determined and creative community to get things done even when there isn't state or federal funding. It really is, I think as Paul said, grassroots driven. Vivian and Eric displayed brilliant leadership that's going to matter to Carlisle and matter to Concord and matter to Tewksbury and Bill Ricca all the communities surrounding this one. So we're grateful. Juneau's grateful. I'm impressed. And I just wanted to come by to say so. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Did anybody else want to take a moment to say anything? Y'all gonna get shy on me?
Representative Rowland wanted to come, but he apologizes. He's stuck at the State House.
He's doing his job.
And can I thank you and him and Representative Arcerio for contributing bricks along with all the other people who contributed bricks. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and now if we could all turn our attention to the front of the parking lot, we're actually going to go out there and do the main sign unveiling. This sign was donated by Danielle Corsino's cousin. Mr. Simonian handcrafted the sign. He does his business down the Cape.
He's a Chelmsford boy, though.
Yeah. And like I said, he's donated it to the town, and without further ado, we'll wander over there and check the situation out.
On the count of 3 or whatever.
But has he tell us?
Ready?
We are, well,
You want to wait for your mom?
no.
Okay. Everybody ready? 3, 2, 1.
The grass was planted. Yeah.
Right? It was at least underway.
I'll do that. All right, ready?
2, 3.
We are off and running. All right. The park has officially been blessed.
This is my fault.
Open the gates and let her run.
Heading that way?
Oh, we have 25 minutes.
Party well attended? Yeah. Hey, so you guys have a few more this week?
Oh yeah, I know.
It's a problem to have, though, right? It's a problem to have.